Hello, pick breakers and sheep punchers. This is JuryDutySummons, and we're back here in Jury's Junkyard. And I just want to show something I just built just a minute ago, and I have a project I want to start. And I dug this path from my house to the to the underground area, to the utopia that I'm calling it. But unfortunately, it's full of sheep now. Hey, what are you doing down here? Dang it. But son of a... what the... God damn it. They just all went down. All of my creature... I should have put a goddamn door. I don't... Why are you down here, you... You sons of... God dang it. I just want to go this way. Leave me alone. And my one cow. Go away, cow. Oh, for crying out loud. They haven't quite made it all the way in here yet, though. So anyway, the filler finished and filled the whole area in with sand, which is exactly what we're trying to do. Yay! And like I said before, the whatever it is it's called, the terraformer, should be able to convert this from sons of... The terraformer will be able to convert the sand into dirt if I did everything correctly. Which is very possible that I didn't. Alright, so anyway, I need to create a room, an area for, well, for essentially a power generation room. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a chamber over here. And I have a plan, so I'm going to need a rather large chamber, in fact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it for a while I dig this chamber out. I don't even know exactly how big I want it, but we'll figure something out. So yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, we're back. So here's what it looks like from inside. And here's my cave, my power generating cave. I think this is big enough. We'll see, I guess. The first thing I need to do for this power generation system is to get some water down here. And so to accomplish that, I'm going to build a little... one of these, I guess. There we go. That way I just have a source of water. It's ironic that I spent so much time getting rid of water. Okay, not that ironic. I'm sorry. I'll stop now. No, just kidding. Okay, let's see here. Let's build a trough. I don't think I'm going to need all of this here. Probably don't really need... Oops. There we go. So I can do this. That should work. Let's see. Alright, so, yep. Probably wondering what the hell I'm doing here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a water system using the secondary ability on the... I'm sorry. Now I'm just mumbling. God. The water mills have two different ways to generate power. One is if you have water just near it, they'll generate power. The other way is if you feed them buckets of water, they'll generate power that way as well. Okay, so that's good. I think 4 should be enough. I guess I could do a 5th just to fill up the gap. Alright, so these need to be facing down, which is, of course, always the last way it goes. Oops. There we go. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to feed these power, a redstone current at some point, and when they get a current, they'll suck up a bucket of water, or they'll activate. And then when they activate, they'll attempt to right-click with whatever's in the top, or whatever's in here. So when that happens, let me throw a switch on here so you can see exactly what's going on. All right. Maybe. I was working a minute ago. Okay, let's try something just a little different here. Huh. So this is a deployer. I had this working. You know, I even did a test run with this stuff. And it worked just fine. So I don't know what's going on at this point. Dunk. Alright, let's try this a little different way. This is actually how I test ran it. Yeah, there we go. So it filled up the bucket, just like it's supposed to. That is so strange it wouldn't work from above. Oh, oh well, I guess I can work with that. There we go. That'll do, I guess. So we're going to take some... You know, I didn't bring a redstone, did I? That's alright. So you're doing this? There we go. So when I have enough, I'll be able to use that to my advantage there. And that way it should activate all of them at once. There we go. Excellent. Dunk. There we go. Perfect. That's doing perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to do. So now we have a system that will fill buckets full of water. It'll fill quite a few of them at once, actually. Probably more than I need, but I haven't done a test of this thing at full speed, so that's all right. All right, we have a lot of water mills. Let's see. How are we going to do this? Like 32 water mills are just too many. And I'm going to need some area for cabling. Water mills are kind of funny in that they need the pipes to come in from underneath. And so let's build a channel underneath first. Let's get rid of these. These aren't needed. Really? That's not a torch. There it is. Okay, cool. Dunk. There we go. Can't have it too dark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At that rate, we'll need one more row. Okay, I need to cut another row of this out here, which is no problem. I could just go 16, but this doesn't quite work, I guess. So instead of 32 like I initially planned, let's just do 30. An even 30. It's not a multiple of 2, but, you know, that's all right. And then the path. The path. Okay, so where's the center here? So let's go 2 in, 2 in. Okay, pretty sure that's the center. Alright, so, yep, that'll work, I think. And we'll put down the pneumatic pipes first. Otherwise, they'll be a pain to put down. And for this project, I'm using the red power stuff because I don't know why. Because I feel like it. It's going to be a little easier to control where things are going, you know, all that good stuff. I want to say that's correct. It might not be, though. No, I think I need to do this a little different here. So for this to work, we're going to need... dang it. Alright, I need to get some more pneumatic pipes and a few other things. And so I'm going to go and I'll be back in just a few minutes after I get them, okay? Alright. Alright, I am back. I just realized I don't have everything I need, but I got enough, I guess. Alright, cool. And so that's going to be the current. Perfect, so it should work for the whole thing. Yep, that's good. I brought tin, but I didn't bring any wood down here. That's alright. We'll do that in a minute. Alright, so we got retrievers. Let's see if I can play with these retrievers correctly here. Cool. One that direction, and then one that direction. Okay. So the retrievers are a little bit complicated. They're really cool, but they're a little bit weird. So let me try something here. Oh, that should be fine. Okay. Whoa. Sorry. My computer's doing weird things. It's going to drive me nuts if I don't fix it. Okay, so the retriever has... It does need power. So that's something we're going to have to address in a minute here. It does require battery power, or electricity power, sorry. Not battery power, electricity power. And so we're going to have to work on that. I got some solar panels and the battery box. I took the furnace. I took essentially the electricity stuff from my main base, which I wasn't using, and tore it up. I'm going to just use it down here instead. So it requires a bit of power to operate. Not too much, though. And every time it's activated from this direction, it will pull whatever you have in this panel, this 3x3 panel. So in this case, I'm going to be pulling, well, there we go. Did I have another one? And do that. Okay. There we go. So yeah, this one's going to be pulling full water buckets from these down here, these deployers. This one, on the other hand, is going to be pulling empty water buckets from this system here. So that should work out pretty well. All right. And so since this one deals with full water buckets, I'm going to code this to blue. This will allow us to choose a path for these. I am not 100% sure that it's required. I think it may just work without it. But I made this paint up, and I'm going to use it. I'm not sure if this will... Oh, that's all I get out of it? Wow, I thought I was going to get more. It's all right. Weird. There we go. And I'm doing the same thing for the other one. So this one is going to send off these empty buckets to the red channel. So there we go, red. So there we go. What else did I need? Yes. I'm going to need more paint. And I'm also going to need something else which has escaped my mind. Yeah. I don't know what it was. That's what happened. I went up there last time and I totally forgot. You guys were all yelling at me. Jury. Oh, yes. I wanted to grab some wood so I could do what? I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I made this tunnel and I can't freaking use it because it's full of pigs. Freaking pigs and chickens and... I knew a few would come down the tunnel. I didn't realize how choked with chickens it would be. You could almost say it is choking with... Okay, never mind. I won't go there. That'd just be crude. That'd be just disgusting, and that would not be the high level of entertainment that I strive to provide. It's like every animal went into they're like, hi, a tunnel. Let's go down there, guys. Every freaking animal. And watch me totally forget the hell I was doing. I don't even remember what I need wood for right now, but I'm going to get some anyway. So there. And I need more paint. That's right. And where did I put the paint at? In here. Exactly. Alright, so the way paint works, I can even show you how to do that. That'd be a good thing to do. And there we go. Alright, so to make paint, you need a bucket. And these are tin plates. Make a paint can. And take a paint can, take some flaxseed, and then take a dye, which I do not have on me. Why don't I have a dye on me? Anyway, so like a dye. And then you make a paint can out of it. Pretty easy. I'll get rid of some of this junk I have on me. Flaxseed, once you have red power installed, flaxseed will spawn rarely as you're breaking grass. And you can plant flaxseed, and it grows into stalks, and each one of those will break off to like 8 different flaxseeds. So it goes quite far. And so once you've made the paint can, you take the paint bucket, the blue paint, and you put it with the paint brush, and ta-da! And you can see it's now used up just a little bit. And so I think I'll have a lot of paint with that. So I think we'll be good on that. It'll probably be easier to get back downstairs just by swimming. This path is still open. I was going to close it up, but turns out my tunnel is really freaking popular. You guys, I was afraid it was going to take a lot of work with like wheat and luring these guys down here, and like I was going to wait till I had a bunch of stuff built because I knew they were going to be in the way. But nope. Turns out they really like my underground area. Couldn't tell you why. Bloody friggin'. Ta-da! Okay. So let's see what's going on here. This will be interesting getting power out of. It occurs to me that what I should do is I should put the power cables above, and then fill in these gaps with water, and it'll produce a little extra power that way, I think. My phone agrees, of course. Really? Did I misgauge how much this was? I must have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is 11. Well, alrighty then. That's fine. Okay. Well, I have another one of these upstairs, but I left it because I didn't really feel like... I didn't want to try making it an odd number because I figured that'd be more complicated, but turns out it's alright. Alright, well, since we have chickens, let's just make a few more. Okay, the last thing I need is I'm going to need some power to run this whole setup with. And let's see, what would be a good way to do that? Boy, this is going to be weird. Well, hopefully this will work. And these are just cables that I don't have a texture for, so they look really weird. And I don't know for sure that that's going to connect properly to power those, but I guess we'll find out in a minute here. And what I'm going to do is put down a battery box. Ta-ta. And since I don't have any power yet, I'm going to use some Bluetricity batteries to power this sucker. And there we go. We'll just drain these batteries into the system. And this should give us a bit of working capital. Is that draining? Oh, it's leveling. Okay. So let's see. What do we have here? So that's charged up. Oh. Why is... I don't know. In the world is the other one working and this one isn't? Yeah, all right. Well, we'll just do it the same way, I guess. Oh, all right. Well, okay. Well, fine. We'll do it that way then. It makes no sense, but we'll do it. All right, cool. So we got power into everything. How's this doing? All right, we got enough to play with here, I think. I'm going to need some buckets. That was the other thing I forgot. Buckets. Let me get rid of some of this junk in here. Oh, that's why I wanted the wooden planks. Duh. So I can make one of these. A crafting table. No. Crafting table, and then just make some buckets, because my 47 I have up at the base isn't going to be enough. I have to make more. Okay, that's fine. So we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We kind of don't want to have too many in the system. Because if there's too many in the system, then eventually what'll happen is just have them flying everywhere. We have the example ones. Okay, I want to see if this is going to work. Didn't I have a timer? I could have swore I had a timer on me. Okay, I guess I put it away. All right, so there we go. Awesome. It's working. Oh, that is so cool. Look at that. It's working. Of course, it's filling that one right there specifically, and not the rest of them, but it's working. I don't actually want that there. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if there's a way for it to start grabbing more at once. So maybe if I do that, it'll grab more than one. Nope. It'll just grab the one. Interesting. Well, I think that'll work. I think that's a good working system. What I'm going to do is go back to my base. I'm going to build some. I'm going to grab some cabling and put together some battery boxes and see if I can start. See if we can start generating power off this system. Let's see what the battery's doing here. That's good for now. The other thing I want to do is to dig a tunnel and go all the way to the surface with some glass. That way I can put down some solar panels here and actually have something to run this system off of. But I'm going to have to do that from above, I guess. Or, I don't know. It's going to be strange. And so, yeah, I'll get back to you when I get... So I'll do this part of the project first, and then I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, I am back. So yeah, I dug a tunnel straight up until I hit water, and now I'm underwater. You can see there's the big glass box. And so what I'm going to do is, that's not what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is build a tower of glass from bottom here all the way up to the surface, and this will allow light to get all the way down underground. Ta-da! And you can see it's even brighter down there. And hopefully this will allow the stuff at the bottom down there to actually charge. And it only looks a little bit funny. Yeah, alright, so let's go back down there. I'll be back down there in just a moment, dang chicken. Okay, so we're back down here again. Animals are everywhere. Ta-da! Okay, so this is the tunnel, looking all the way up, all the way to the sun. Well, there's the sun just right above it there. Cool. So anyway, I think 2 will be enough. Probably, possibly, maybe. I don't know. It's good enough for now. If we need to add more, that is very easy. So this pink wire is going to connect to that, and it's going to connect to that. And hopefully that'll help charge it. Yep, you can see it's charging right there. Good. If that's not enough, we can always extend this out a couple more. Or whatever. Also, I did do one little thing here. I added a cover. My hope is that adding the cover will help prevent it from going in the side, which I think is how it's going up top here. This top part is... I guess we could put junk up there too. Okay. This top part is to charge a battery, I think, because these are power plants. So yeah. So anyway... the way I'm going to power this instead of that lever there, because we want this whole thing to be automatic, right? We're going to do a timer. There we go. And so just a little bit of redstone right there. Also, we're going to add a switch to be able to turn the timer on and off. So we'll do that. There we go. Holy cow, it's working. How's it doing on power? Oh, it's not taking much power at all. All right, let's turn this up. Let's make it every second here. Let's see if it can keep up with that. Don't know, is it? Oh, just have so many buckets. The hell do I have the buckets for? Alright, so that did fix that problem. Let's see here. I'm going to have to get about 20 buckets, I think. Okay, cool. The buckets I did make are just, they actually are just sitting in this front row. It's not bad, though. Cool. I love it. It's freaking working. Oh, I'm so happy with this. Okay. So my next step is to get another water mill. Lazy second son of a monkey. And a bunch of buckets. And I want to set up some wiring. And I'll probably go with fiber optic because I don't know how much power I'm going to be dealing with here, but it's probably not going to be a lot. And so what I'll do is I'll come from each side here to the middle, and then I'll go up one here as well, and then in the middle I think I'll do a battery box, just like a regular battery box, and then I'll do a cable along the roof, and then there we go, a little bit more room there, I guess. I wanted to keep some room, some space between this outer wall and the inner wall, but that's okay. That should work. All right, so yes, I'm going to gather supplies and I'll be back in just a few minutes. This is going to be a long episode, I think. Oh, all right, well. All right, okay. I'm back. Sorry for making you wait. All right, so we'll finally fix this nonsense. I think I will. Oh, yeah, there it is. Ta-da! Okay, so now we're back to an even 33. Even. Alright, what was I going to do next? Yes, I think power is the next thing. You know, I'm not even sure how much power these things generate. I wonder. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of wood right there. I'll show you why in a second. The reason why I'm going to do that is so I can drop a bat box on top of it. I think that is correct. Although I don't want it pointing the way it's pointing, so let's try. I think that's correct. I thought I had to use a wrench to do that, but I guess not with that one. Yeah, let's do that. Ta-da. Okay, so I'm going to do a little experiment here. I'm going to use an ultra low thing here. Let's see if this will work. Hey, it's working. It's not super fast, but it's only 1, so that's not a big deal. So if I can get away with just using these, that would be that'd be really nice, because then I'm not losing any power on the way to the box, which is now charging really fast. Haha, awesome. Oops. Yeah, roof is too low. I need to fix that. I thought I'd just be clever and make it lower to give it kind of a neat look to it. But it just didn't work out. And there we go. There we go. Good enough. Oops. All right, having it, I'm really glad that this is going to work, this stuff here. Partially because it's a lot less in terms of resources to make. There we go. And also because at the low kind of volume we're doing here, it takes up a lot less lost energy. I think it's lossless over the distances here. Cool. Let's see. Is that one generating some power? That one's generating a little bit of power. That one's totally full. Should I just do that? You know, I might as well, because then power can jump across if it needs to. That way the bat boxes can be loaded a little better. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do is actually just construct a lot more buckets to put in the system. Because right now, there's just not enough. And I'm going to use tin for this because you can do that. Oops. Let me put some of this away. Alright, so let's put some of those in there. Some more in there. Some more in there. Alright, I need to dump a lot of stuff here. That's good. I'm going to hold on to that. I'll put that in there. And if that isn't enough to run around and fill these up, then I don't know how many we need. Alright, it looks like we got a lot of stuff going back and forth. Awesome. Alright, well, it looks like it's actually just these two over here that are actually doing any work at all, so. That's alright. I think I probably overdid it with the water generation. Oh, no. Looks like that one over there is doing some work, too. Alright, well, that's cool. That's fine. So if each one of these has a bucket sitting in it, that's a good sign. So it looks like we're getting back to the second row. How are we doing on power? Okay, it already filled up the power. Awesome. Okay then. What was I going to do next? I think the next thing I was going to do was, yeah, let's get rid of that. I have one of another bat box I can use, and I also have the MSFU also, which I want to use as well. But I think what I'm going to do is give this whole system some time to water up, and then when that's finished, what I'm going to do is I'll set up that unit and we'll start pumping some power over. I don't want to break that thing, but I guess I have to, huh? Well, I'll have to. Okay, I think this will work. No, I gotta be careful on this. What I want to do is generate. Now, you know what? It's like hardly any power anyway. Who cares? Oops. I feel like there should be a puff of smoke when you do that. Kind of the universe saying, no, you shouldn't have done it quite like that. There we go. All right, cool. That way each row will have a place to dump the power. Cool. Looks like we're generating 10 EUs a tick. 2, 3, 4, 5. So each one's probably generating 2 then, in that case. Awesome. So that means we're going to have about 60, well, about exactly 66 when this whole thing is ramped up. We're going to have 66 energy per tick generating into the system. And I want to say that's actually kind of incredible. That's as much as my nuclear power plant does, and this doesn't require any kind of maintenance. It ain't going to blow up. That's going to stay powered, I think. Oh, that is so awesome. Woohoo! And what I'm going to do eventually with this is I'm going to use it to power my terraformer setup. Because we all know terraformers require and use a ton of power. Just a ridiculous amount. How are we doing on this? Yeah, somebody's in the back. Yeah. Okay. And the last thing I wanted to do is I wanted to put some buckets of water in the middle here. Just because I feel like it. Can I guess I'll use a drill to do that. And pop. Alright. If only I had a bucket. Okay. Alright. And let's just do it on one row just to start with here. Mostly because I'm curious to see if it'll actually help at all. There. It should. It might not be very much, but it should help. Well, nothing's blown up yet, so I guess that's a good sign. Is it full? Oh, it is full. You know what? Screw it. We'll just do it again. We'll just waste more power. Cool. We're generating. Okay. There we go. Clear out some data. Give it a few seconds to get some information. Oh. Well, I guess that doesn't work the way I had hoped. That's alright. It doesn't have to. I only would have gotten a couple more ticks of power. But that is perfectly fine that it doesn't work that way. Alright. That's it for now, everybody. All I really have left to do is to hook everything up into a main power conduit and hook up the bigger power box. And then everything will be finished. And I'll do that off camera because it's just a matter of running wire. And I'm getting tired. It's been a long video. Alright guys, if you guys have any suggestions or questions, please let me know. I'll be around. Alright, talk to you later. Bye. Alright, I know I said goodbye, but I decided to spend another 30 seconds showing what I've done with it in the last couple of minutes. What I've done is I've turned this guy up at pretty much as high as it can go to a half second. It'll go to 2/10 of a second, but a half second's quick enough, I think. And it looks like our output is pretty good. The only problem I've noticed is that some of these outliers, these mills way on the edge, they don't get any buckets unless we turn, unless the whole system is not generating power, and so I'm a little concerned about that. So it means I'm not generating quite enough. I'm getting close. I could probably do about 25 with my setup, maybe 20. But it looks like maybe 8 of these on the outside aren't getting buckets very often. So, and you can even see some of them right here. So that one actually does have a little bit of water in it, but I guess it's getting it pretty rarely. In any event, though, it is generating. I put in the cabling here. I know I should use fiber optic, but the copper is not bad for now. The loss is not that much since we're dealing such big packets of power. But let's take a look at this thing here. So we got a million EU, and it's generating pretty quick. So how quick exactly? Well, let's break out this guy here. So we're getting around, let's see here, between 60 and 50 EU. That's not bad. That's right around what my nuclear power plant was doing. I think it's doing about 70 now, my nuclear power plant, but this doesn't require any resources at all. This is completely broken. I essentially have unlimited energy at the cost of chicken, apparently. Yep, chicken. So yeah, unlimited energy at the cost of a bit of CPU time, because it's probably going to be pretty aggressive as far as taking up resources on my computer goes. So you can see all those buckets just flying around. I love it. Where are those going to anyway? I had a little bit there. So, yep. That's what's going on. I wonder if I added more buckets into the system, because I do have these empty deployers here. Alright, well, anyway, I'm going to throw in another stack of buckets and see if that makes any difference in the system. And I'll get back to you guys on the next episode of Jury's Junkyard.